Welcome you all in the fourth part of the session on the geotechnical engineering. In this series, we are going to discuss about the MCQ over the geotechnical engineering. This is the part number 4. If you haven't seen earlier part, then please visit the description of this video. So in this session, we are going to discuss about the index properties of this soil. So before that, I am your host Professor Abhay Bua, and as usual, you will get the PDF in the description box. Let's get started. So the first question, the soil sample used for the liquid limit and the plastic limit and for test should be finer than. So basically we need to identify the soil sample which we are going to use for the different kind of index properties. So basically it might be 425 micron. Second question, we need to find the incorrect one. So basically consistency, yes, we are going to identify the consistency with the help of Atterberg test. So this is right. Liquid limit, yes, Cassegrain test. Consolidation, Tezagi, yes. Sedimentation analysis, that is not the Darcy. Okay, so who is this? Just write down in the comment. So the right answer for this is the Stokes. Okay, so we know that Stokes law. So for the Stokes law, we are going to identify the sedimentation analysis. So the right answer is D, and the right one I have already told you. The most uniform grade soil is, so basically dune sand is the most uniformly graded soil. A soil which contains the particle of the different size in a good proportion is called as the well graded soil. Okay. Then D10 of the soil is diameter in mm such that so basically it is the effective diameter which we are going to consider. So basically D10 can be known as the 10% of the soil is finer than this value. Then a flat flow curve indicates a soil of, so basically you have gone through different kind of shape of the curve. So based on that you can identify that high shear strength curve. Stokes law is applicable for the sphere of the diameter. So Stokes law is applicable for the particle which range between the 0.2 to 0.0002 mm. So A will be our right answer. The liquid limit exists for, so liquid limit will be available for the clay soil. So D will be our right answer. Clay is our right answer. The admixture of the sand or the silt to the clay causes, it means we need to add the sand or the silt in the clay which decrease in the both liquid limit and the plastic limit. Okay, so basically it decreases liquid limit and the plasticity index, not plastic limit, sorry about that. The void ratio of the soil in the dense state and looser state are 0.2 and 0.80. If the ratio in the natural state is 0.4, the relative density, so basically we need to talk about the ID. Okay, so ID can be known as the E maximum minus we get E, that is the natural one, and divide it with the help of E maximum minus E minimum. So if you put all the value we have given, like this value is for capital E, small e, and these two value are the E maximum and E minimum. So if you put all the value in the equation, you will get the value of the ID, and as obvious you need to multiply this with the help of 100 so that you can get in the percentage. So based on that, if you put all the values, so you will get a value of ID. So just find out one. So the right answer for the question is 66%. I have already told you the equation. The consistency of the saturated cohesive soil is affected by, so the consistency can be affected by the water content. Then in the liquid limit test by the Cassegrain apertures, the water content for 10 and 100 blows are the 40% and 10%. The flow index for the soil is, so you need to identify the flow index for this. So basically 30 is the flow index. Next, the minimum water content at which the soil just being to crumble when the roll into the thread of the 3 mm in the diameter is known as, we all know, that is the plastic limit test, in which we are going to roll the soil into 3 mm thread. So right answer is the B. Then a flat grain size distribution curve shows that the wide range of the grain size. Okay. When the plastic limit of the soil is greater than the liquid limit, then the plasticity index is reported as, so plasticity index will be reported as the 0. We know that plasticity index will not be less than 0 or negative. Okay, so based on that, if suppose you deduct these two things, so you will get a negative value, and that will be not negative in any case, so we are considering it as a 0. So particle size distribution curve with the hump is obtained for, so it can be obtained for the gap graded soil. Plastic limit is found by, plastic limit we have already discussed about, that is found by the thread test, so C will be our answer. Steep grain size distribution curve represent the more uniform grain size. If the natural water content of the soil mass lies below the liquid limit and the plastic limit, the soil mass is said to be plastic state. The maximum water content at which reduction in the water content does not cause any decrease in the volume of the soil mass is known as the shrinkage limit of any soil. So D will be our right answer. The shrinkage index is equal to, so we need to identify which one represent the shrinkage index. So basically plastic limit minus shrinkage limit is known as the shrinkage index, so D will be our right answer. A soil is said to be non-plastic when IP, so when IP is equal to 0%, then we can say that the soil is the non-plastic one. At a shrinkage limit, the degree of saturation is, so at a shrinkage limit we know that degree of saturation is 100%, or the value of SR is, we can take as a 1. So D will be our right answer. A soil in which some of the intermediate size particle are missing is known as, so that is known as the skip graded or the gap graded soil. The effective size of the soil we have already discussed, that is the D10. D10 is known as the effective size of the soil. In a hydrometer analysis, the principal uses, so in a hydrometer we are using the Stokes law. So A will be our right answer. So the next question is the flow index in the soil indicates, so it indicates the shear strength variation with the water content. So C will be our right answer. A clay is said to be flat when its WL, that is the liquid limit, is, so its liquid limit is more than 50%, then it is said to be flat. Thank you for the watching. Please subscribe the channel, this will help a lot, and press the bell icon so never miss any update, and like this session if you like it, and share with your friends.